Hello everyone, how are you doing? I hope that you're doing good. To be honest, I am dealing with a kind of emotional hangover because something really bad happened in the novel that I'm reading, like think Red Wedding from Game of Thrones, and I feel kind of devastated, to be honest. If I could see the author in front of me right now, I think I would cuss him out. I am equal parts angry and just crushed. So I am hoping that these next episodes of Naruto are maybe lighter or funny or have some kind of big victory so that I can be in a better headspace and maybe feel more positive and optimistic about life. So let's get into it. We begin with a young ninja rushing through the trees, worried about someone killing him.
What, did you forget what time we were supposed to meet? When you're a full-fledged shinobi, you're expected to follow all the rules and regulations.
A Kakashi episode. That does meet my brief, I think. We know that Kakashi's backstory is sad, so maybe this is not going to give me what I actually want. But I am very interested in Kakashi. He's one of my favorites. Already, he's seeming not like the Kakashi that we have come to know. But I am very engaged. And it's a little strange that Kakashi sounds exactly the same as adult Kakashi. I would think his voice would be a little higher at this age. Also, it's funny to see Kakashi being the one angry about being late, as we know him to be constantly late. Little Kakashi seems to be quite a stickler for the rules. And then we see the fourth Hokage, guys. He looks like such a nice man. It couldn't have been the biggest surprise that he's Naruto's dad, right? They look quite similar. Young Kakashi has a bit of a stick up his bum. He lectures Obito about rules and says that ninja who don't follow them are regarded as scum. He feels very different to the Kakashi we've come to know. I wonder what happens to him. Terrible things, I'm sure.
As of today, Kakashi is a Jonin, just like I am.
Wow, that's our boy Genius. He looks to be, 13 or 14? Like the age Naruto was at the beginning of the series. Chunin at 6 years old, Jonin just a couple of years later. Young Kakashi was very eager to be strong. Now that he's a Jonin, the team is going to split up. Sensei on his own and Kakashi as the captain of Obito and Rin. There is some strong tension between Obito and Kakashi, giving some strong Naruto Sasuke vibes when they were at their worst, like after Sasuke saved him from Haku, with poor Rin trying to make peace just like Sakura was. Minato Sensei gives Kakashi a specialized kunai, and Rin gives him a special med pack. They turn to Obito, who doesn't have a gift, and Kakashi says,
I doubt it would have been anything good anyway. Better nothing at all than a useless burden.
Geez, Kakashi, that's a little harsh, don't you think? Wow.
I am Obito Uchiha of the powerful Uchiha clan. I'll be stronger than you'll ever be. Kakashi, you just wait until my Sharingan awakens.
I thought everyone in the Uchiha clan was supposed to be elite, so you really shouldn't have to rely on that. You should be great already.
An Uchiha! Wow! Destined for death then. Is that how Kakashi will lose him? Also guys, so far Kakashi is worse than Sasuke was. Unless I'm misremembering, Sasuke just didn't care, but Kakashi is mean. Rin breaks up the fight and Sensei explains the mission. Hidden stone shinobi from the land of Earth are attacking the grass village, which is right next to the land of fire, so they have to intervene. Their mission is to sneak in and destroy an important bridge before sneaking out again. Stealth is the key. Sensei's mission will be to fight the shinobi head on and create a diversion. Just by pressing a single finger to the ground, Minato Sensei is able to detect 20 shinobi, most likely shadow clones. This is why he became Hokage. Minato and Kakashi argue a bit over who should go first and who should provide backup. Kakashi, who is technically the captain for this mission, wants to test out his new jutsu, the Chidori. Sensei still doesn't want him to go, but he insists and the man relents. He provides backup with kunai while Kakashi works through the clones with the Chidori. Obito seems a bit frightened, and I wonder how many missions he's been on. So far, he seems quite un-Uchiha. On the other hand, Kakashi is overly confident and doesn't recognize an incoming counterattack, but Sensei snatches him up in the nick of time, moving very, very quickly. Like ninjas move fast, but he moves fast. Before the bag dropped, you guys! He used a teleportation jutsu, and apparently there's a flea on site order if you should come upon the yellow flash of the leaf. He eliminates the guy and suggests that the team make camp as Kakashi's injury is serious. As Rin is healing him, he insists he is fine, and when Obito pushes back, he insults him for cowering and crying. And let us not forget, Rule 25 says shinobi shall not cry. So Obito was actually crying then.
Kakashi, rules and regulations are indeed important, but it doesn't mean they're all that matters. I told you. At times you must adapt and take steps appropriate to the situation at hand. There's no way you can get dust in your eyes when you're wearing goggles. It's fine to speak of self-control, but you must be strong at heart, not just in your words. Kakashi, in my opinion, you shouldn't use that jutsu of yours again. But it makes you move too fast to ascertain an opponent's counterattack. It's still an imperfect jutsu. For shinobi, the one thing that's important above all else is teamwork.
And nowadays, teamwork is Kakashi's whole thing, so what terrible thing is going to happen to make him change his ways? And it is interesting to see the evolution of the Chidori. I assume Kakashi fine-tuned it or adapted how he uses it. And poor Rin looks scolded even though she didn't do anything. It's these boys. That night, Obito opens up to Sensei, telling him how deeply Kakashi's belittling affects him when he already feels like a failure, like he's a disappointing Uchiha. Sensei explains that Kakashi's father, the White Fang, was even better than the Sannin, and so perhaps it's natural for his standards for his teammates to be high. The White Fang died, and Obito wonders why Kakashi never mentioned it, and so Minato tells him about his father's death. About 5 years ago, Sakumo Hatake chose to save his comrades over completing the mission, which goes against the rules of the village. As a result of the mission's failure, bad things happened, and the village and the other shinobi, and even the comrades he saved, turned against him. Unable to deal with all of this, he took his own life, leaving behind his son, who we see standing over his father's body. Oh, poor Kakashi, he was just little. No wonder he's become so obsessed with following the rules. If his father had, he'd still be alive. If his father had, the whole village wouldn't have turned against him. I can't imagine what it's like to be a little boy and see all of that. Ninjas who don't follow the rules are scum, he said. Since his father's death, Kakashi hasn't spoken about his father at all. In the morning, the team split up to go on their respective missions, and Obito makes an effort with Kakashi, surprising the whole team. We've seen Obito using eye drops twice now, and he also uses goggles, so I wonder if he has an issue with his eyes. He uses the fireball jutsu against some enemies, and we see those Uchiha genetics. Rin gets captured, and the ninjas disappear before they can react. Obito wants to go after her, but Kakashi stops him. They won't kill her right away, he says. They'll want to interrogate her first. And she's a medic, so they might keep her as a prisoner of war if she attends to their wounds. And if they do not complete their mission now, it will become exponentially more difficult to do so after rescuing her. Obito does not like this reasoning.
We are shinobi. We must carry out our mission even at the expense of our comrades. That's the law.
Obito is furious. Rin has saved their lives in the field many times before, and so how can Kakashi abandon her now? Obito punches Kakashi and says, "I don't like you, and I never will." And he responds, "I don't care. I follow my orders." They're each doubling down on their own perspective. Emotions are useless. That's why the rules teach us to abandon them. How can you say that when Rin is your friend? This exchange really shows how messed up the shinobi rules are. I just think of adult Kakashi telling his students that the role of a shinobi is to be the tool of their village. Kakashi's eyes sadden and he thinks of his father. Yes, the mission must never be abandoned. Obito disagrees and leaves to rescue Rin. To his back, Kakashi says, "You have no idea what will happen if you disobey. You don't understand." Obito stops and says, "The White Fang was a true hero."
Those who would abandon even one of their friends are worse than scum. I'm scum anyway, so I'm gonna choose to break the rules. If doing that somehow makes me less of a true shinobi, then I'll just go and crush all of the so-called real shinobi.
Kakashi does not change his mind and does not follow him, and so they walk away from each other. So this is proving to have more emotional turmoil than I thought going into it. My heart hurts so much for Kakashi. I can see where he's coming from, and of course I can see all the problems with it. And this exchange really highlights like the issue. It's almost like a thesis of Naruto, right? This idea that shinobi are these tools, that shinobi are supposed to be these tools, but they are not tools. They're humans. They love each other, they have bonds, they care. They cannot be these emotionless puppets. And if they try to be, they break themselves. They become Kakazu and Sasori and Orochimaru with this pursuit of becoming the perfect shinobi. Inherently means becoming less human. The less human you are, the more of a good shinobi you are. And that's horrible. And I have such a bad feeling for what is going to happen. It's not going to go well for Obito. I think he's going to die. But then he's kind of doomed overall, because I guess even if he were to survive now, Itachi's going to kill him in just a few years, right? That doesn't make it feel better. But yes, this is going to be a tragic story, isn't it? It's heartbreaking to see these young shinobi really grappling with the reality of what it means to be a shinobi. And I just remember adult Kakashi telling Naruto that shinobi are tools. That's what they are. They're just tools to be used by the village. And Naruto saying he's going to find his own Naruto way. It's Naruto Nendo, which is kind of what Obito is saying. So I bet you, just like Tsunade sees her little brother in Naruto, Kakashi sees Obito in Naruto, I'm sure. And I even think of what Pain was saying about the shinobi who become unemployed. Like, you sacrifice yourself and you sacrifice yourself and you make yourself less and less human, and they make all these changes to their bodies and they shut off their emotions and they watch their friends die. They may even sacrifice their friends in favor of the mission, and then they just lose their jobs like it was nothing after everything that they went through. And how can you not have resent in your heart? How can you not have resent in your heart for that? Can you not hate all these people? You'll end up hating your own village for everything that they made you do and made you experience, and probably never rewarded you or even just validated you for everything you went through. They just expect you to be a tool. Don't cry, don't show emotion. Terrible. Minato arrives on the front lines, and there are only 4 Leaf Shinobi left, while there's at least 50 enemy Shinobi, and Mr. Yellow Lightning is gonna take them on by himself. It's clear Kakashi's decision sits heavily on his shoulders. He remembers his teammates, his sensei, and his father. What lessons should he learn? What should he do? Obito arrives outside a cave where the enemy are hiding, and I am concerned. I hope that he can do this on his own, but I don't know. and the enemy shinobi are using a genjutsu on Rin already to try and get information from her.
All right, let's go.
Where are we going?
Oh yay, that's my Kakashi! I'm so glad he went back. He tells Obito he can't leave this up to a crybaby ninja like him. Now that is something Sasuke would say to Naruto. Kakashi uses his father's weapon, and the combination of the blade and the white hair makes the enemy ninja think of the White Fang, so he feels a little bit intimidated, but when he realizes this is that man's son, he feels confident again. He uses his camouflage jutsu to go invisible, and it's so good that even his scent disappears. Now would be a pretty good time for those Uchiha eyes to wake up. Sasuke first used his Sharingan when he was protecting Naruto, so maybe Obito can do the same. The ninja attacks Obito and Kakashi moves to intercept, getting his eye slashed in the process, and now we know the origin of that scar. And Obito is crying and beating himself up. Again, he had to be saved. Don't worry, my guy, you can still do it. You can beat the guy up with tears running down your cheeks. It's okay.
Die! Those eyes.
Well done, he did it! And now he is the one doing the protecting. Haven't spent much time with this character, but I'm feeling proud. This is the nicest Uchiha we've seen so far. Before they can go into the cave, they take a moment to patch up Kakashi's eye. He is pretty sure he will no longer have use of it. And Rin is looking dazed and out of it, lost in whatever genjutsu they're doing. I hope that it's not taking too much of a toll on her, but she has not broken so far. That's that wall of fire. The boys enter the cave to save her. Obito can see that Rin's chakra is disturbed, likely because of the genjutsu. They engage the stone ninja, working well together, with Obito already making good use of his Sharingan. They wake Rin from the genjutsu and untie her. The enemy uses an earth-style jutsu to cause a rockfall and the cave begins to collapse. The team run for safety. Kakashi trips and falls. Obito goes back for him, throwing Kakashi out of the way as a large boulder falls from above.
Kakashi?
Obito!
Oh no, not like this, not like this. Kakashi is gonna blame himself. Obito dies saving Kakashi. He's gonna blame himself for that forever. What a sad way, but it's almost honorable for Obito. Such an act of bravery at the very end. He is definitely not a scum ninja.
No, don't. It's okay, Kakashi. I don't think I'm gonna make it.
No! No! If only I'd come with you from the start like you told me to. This never would have happened.
Oh, Kakashi, it could have happened anyway. What good is it to be a Jonin or a captain if this is how it goes? Poor boy! And Obito remembers that he was the only one who didn't give Kakashi a gift. He wants to give him something worthwhile, not useless.
I'm not going to give you something useless. I'm giving you my Sharingan.
I got so caught up in the story that I even forgot about the Sharingan transfer. So even as Obito says, take my Sharingan, I was still like, oh yes, this is it, this is where it happens. He gets it from his friend, from his teammate who died saving him. Kakashi must have so much conflict around having the Sharingan. I bet he must feel tortured that he has it. I am sure. What a way to learn to value your comrades. Like, he had to go through all of this and lose one of his teammates in order for him to see the value in saving his teammates. I hope that this helps him to understand his father's actions and to see that his father was a hero, like Obito says. Oh, this is it. This is how Kakashi got it. And so Obito asks Rin to do the transplant. Kakashi is shaking. You can see the resistance.
Kakashi, come quick. We have to do this now.
I'm about to die. I'll be your eye, keeping watch over what the future brings for you.
And so Kakashi 2.0 emerges for revenge. The Stone Ninja calls him a crybaby, and we see that he is crying, but only from his Sharingan, only from Obito's eye. Oh goodness gracious, and even the sadness in his own eye is so deep. As Kakashi gets ready to attack, Obito asks him to take care of Rin, and he says he will. And as Kakashi strikes down on his opponent, his father's blade snaps, the blade falling into the earth. I wonder if he still has the pieces. Obito tells them to go. The enemy are coming and you have to get out of here. Rin struggles to leave his side, to let go of his hand. The enemy arrive and use Earth-style Jutsu, and now they are forced to leave as more and more rocks tumble on top of Obito.
Just when Kakashi and I were starting to get along, and I never got to tell Rin that I love her.
No, it was already sad enough. Now you're telling me he loved her? That makes it even worse.
Just wish that I could have spent more time with everyone.
And this poor boy dying like this. He's what, 13, 14 years old, and he's dying crushed to death in a war. Like, this world of Naruto is so brutal. What a horrible way to go. But in a way, at least he could say goodbye properly to his friends. Leave them with something to remember him by. I don't know if that makes it better. He's just a young boy. His life ended before he could really live, before he could really experience anything. Rin and Kakashi escape the falling rocks, and their friend has died. And now they're surrounded by enemies. But Kakashi cannot let his friend die in vain. He promised that he would take care of Rin. With the Chidori crackling in his hand, he tells Rin to go. When she hesitates, he says,
Rin, Obito truly cared about you. He loved you. You were everything in the world to him. And that's why he gave his life to protect you.
oh man, if Kakashi could see it, then he probably wasn't being very subtle. Such a sweetheart, I bet.
Then, Kakashi, you need to know my feelings for you too.
I deserted you. I'm nothing but scum.
Okay guys, now this is too much. What love triangles were going on in this team? The Sasuke, Naruto, Sakura parallels are too strong. Poor girl though, man, what an emotional roller coaster. He once again tells Rin to go as the shinobi attack, and then the screen goes black. We then cut to Kakashi waking up beside his sensei. There is a location marker on the weapon he gave Kakashi that aids with his teleportation jutsu, so he was able to get to him quickly. He apologizes to his student for failing to make it in time, and the three of them mourn Obito together. The next day, they complete their mission and destroy the bridge.
2 heroes were born in the Hidden Leaf Village, each with his own Sharingan. One found his name engraved on the memorial stone, and the other became known as Kakashi of the Sharingan. In time, the tales of his bravery spanned all borders.
Okay, so guys, do you remember at the beginning of this video when I said that I had an emotional hangover from the book I was reading? Well, now I have another one. It is even worse now. Oh, Kakashi. The story did such a great job of creating likability in Obito, at least for me. I could see how some people might not like him because he's weak, he cries, and he's more emotional. But for me, those things are not necessarily a weakness. So this is the story of how Kakashi got his Sharingan. What a sad tale. I wonder if he tells it to anyone, if anyone asks. I am surprised that nobody asked him, that we can see in a story like that Naruto never asked him about that, or that Sasuke never asked him about that. But Sasuke, I could see him having some weird reasoning, like he doesn't want to give Kakashi the satisfaction of a conversation or curiosity or something like that. Especially when he was young, he was a little brat. And then there's this whole love triangle aspect of everything that makes it even more complicated and emotionally deep. They really packed a lot of stuff into these 2 episodes. I feel so bad for everybody involved. Obito died without professing his love for Rin. But if he had, she would have had to reject him because she has feelings for Kakashi. And Kakashi, no feelings for anybody, perhaps? But my instinct is that Kakashi didn't have feelings for Rin because of everything that he had going on, because of the loss of his father, the pain in his heart, and this obsession with the rules. It's like how I feel in the present that Sasuke does not have feelings for Sakura at this point. Not romantic feelings anyway. Team, friendship feelings, comrade feelings, kind of on the same level of what he has for Naruto, sure. But love, I always feel like he's got too much going on emotionally that there's no space for romantic feelings. And I feel like you could say the same thing about this young Kakashi. So does Rin have her heart broken as well? Oh no, it's just tragedy for everybody. It's just sad for all of them. Okay, so this is going to be it for this video, just a short one. Well, I suppose it's not short, but it's just 2 episodes. I thought I'd get a chance to record again, but then I just got busy with work and life and stuff. I have no backlog. I make these videos pretty much the week before I release them. Sometimes I finish them an hour before I click publish. As I'm putting this video together, I realize I keep saying Rin's name differently. I keep saying Rin, but it is Rin. And in the future, I will pay more attention to that. But this is not the first time I've made this kind of mistake either. I've since realized that I was saying Kakazu the whole time, but it's Kakuzu. And I was not saying Kakuzu, I was saying Kakazu. Because that's what I thought Hidan was saying. And I was also calling Shikamaru's father Shukaku instead of Shikaku, and Shukaku was actually the name of the tailed beast inside of Gaara, so that was quite a mistake to make. So this is the end of the video. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below if you'd like to say hello. I hope that you have a good day and a good week. I'll see you in the next one. I'm Kayla. Bye!